Imagine you are at the edge of a cliff, below is a deep valley, and you are just about giving up on yourself that you can climb up to safety. Then suddenly, somebody begins to walk towards you. Now, this person has two choices. One, to either encourage you, strengthen you, and give you hope that you can climb up back, or the person can discourage you and tell you you can't make it, and you are going to die, and you are going to fall off this cliff. Let me ask you, which one will you be ready to hear? Words are powerful. They can build bridges, and they can burn bridges. They can heal wounds, and they can create them. Today we are going to be looking at how impactful are your words, especially to your children and of course to yourself. Join me on the other side as we explore this.
Waking up at dawn, light breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm we belong. Skies are high, but so are we, building castles where we're free. Gonna rise up, we won't fall.
All right, you are welcome back. I want to celebrate you for as many of us that are connected. You are always showing up. This is about the 27th edition of the 90 proposed edition, and I'm glad you are gaining great value from the feedback we are getting. And if this is your very first time of listening in, I want to encourage you, click on the subscribe button right now. When you click on the subscribe button, you are going to be getting information as more of the trainings is being released. The theme of the program or the training is financial intelligence for smart parents. So everything that you're going to be listening to will relate to you and your children, what you can pass on. Many of us say we want our children to be better than us, but the question is, what is it that you are doing differently today that will make them better than you? What are those things that you did then? Now, what are they doing, or what are you doing for them that will surely ensure that they are truly better than you? So click on the subscribe button so that you can get future notification. And of course, kindly share. If you find this information useful, share it. Don't keep it to yourself, share it. So you can just go ahead, listening now. If you have been on the club before, click on the share button, let people know what you are getting. All right, so let's look at something. It's very important. We started with talking about words, the impact of words. How impactful are the words that you speak? It's one thing to teach the children financial intelligence. It's one thing to show them how to do this. You want to become this, you want to become that. But I want you to understand something, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things that controls the world is the spiritual. The spiritual part of this world is more real than even the physical part. And you must have heard of this saying that the spiritual controls the physical. Many of us, we are so much concerned about the physical that we pay less attention to the spiritual. And the more you can take a grasp on the spiritual, the better for you. Once you can understand the spiritual part of life, you have been able to master a good part of life. you must understand that words are powerful. Now, before we even go to saying words are powerful, when you don't, let's say when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. If you don't know who you are, one of the major problems that we have in the world today is lack of awareness. Many of us don't know who we are, and so we go crawling in life and going out about life not knowing the reality of the person, and many persons get to realize this so late. So who are you? Because you get to understand that. If you understand who you are, then you will be able to appropriate what I'm going to say. Please, I want you to pay critical attention to what I'm about to illustrate now. You see, man is a tripartite being. Man is a spirit that has a soul that lives in a body. The spirit. Now, simple, let me I don't want to complicate it for you. When you talk of the spirit, when a man lives, there's a spirit in him, and that spirit is the spirit of the creator that made him, that he puts inside of that man. And one thing you want to know about spirits is this: spirits don't die. Spirit don't die. It's a spirit. So what can die is a thing that has flesh and blood. So spirits don't die. So man is a spirit. He has a soul. Now, when you say a soul is the mind part of you. The mind part of you, the part of you that has a conscience, the part of you that has a feeling. Your spirit does not have a feeling. You say, I have a feeling in my spirit. No, it's your soul. It's your soul that has the feeling. It's your soul that can get angry. It's your soul that can feel things. So that soul part of you, and that soul part of you is so critical, it forms what you call your subconscious mind. Now, we now have the body. The body houses the soul. That is the body, which is the flesh and blood that you carry. It carries the soul and the spirit. By the body, you are able to identify. You came online now and you are seeing me talking. You can identify me. You can't see my spirit. You can't see my soul. What you see is my body. If I'm speaking, let's say the video is off and I'm speaking now, you get to look and say, you try to put a face to the voice that you are hearing. So the body is the physical part, unfortunately. Many of us pay more attention to the physical part than the spiritual part of us. So now you look at it. That means 2/3 of you now is more spiritual than physical. Somebody said, we are just only human. I'm just human. No, you are more spirit than human. You are more of a spirit, because if it's 3 parts of you, you can see your spirit. You can't see your spirit. You can't see your emotion. You can only see your body. That means you are more of a spirit than you are human. Oh my God! I hope I'm not confusing you, but you need to understand this aspect before we go on. Now, understanding who I'm speaking with and who's listening to me, I want you to understand you. In the first place, how did you come to be? How were you created? He said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and God was the Word. In the beginning was the Word, W-O-R-D, and the Word was with God, and God was the Word. So if I am to define God, who is God? God is words. And I hope you're getting it. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and God was the Word. So that means, and the Word was God. So that means words are, God is words. That is the meaning. All right. So I hope you get that. And that's why people will say God is words. In my local parlance, they will say Oro ni Oro. That's God is words. I have to interpret it for our international audience. God is words. All right. Now, Having that understand that God is words, now, when you go to the book of Genesis, let's go to the place of creation when man was created. He said, and God said, let us make man in our own image and in our own likeness. Now, if God made man in his own image, in what image is it? If God is words, that means he created words. If God is words, in the beginning was the word. So if God is word and he said, let us create man in our own image, that means in our own image and likeness, he's creating words. Hence, you are a product of words. You are a product of words. So somebody said, what words? If I'm words, then let me explain this to you. Have you ever wondered why when somebody says something positive to you, it resonates with you? And when they tell you negative thing, it hurts you. They are just words. Why must words of somebody hurt you? Why must you are doing something, you are doing a thing, and your boss said, come, good guy, I like what you are doing. I like what I trust you. You feel so happy. He's just spoken something. And if you say, I hate you, and you go home thinking. And that's why when you tell your child, oh, you are great. I love what you're doing. You're a great guy. You see the guy, he start building something. Ladies and gentlemen, you must understand this aspect of yourself very well. So when you say you are words, you are in the image of God. In that image, he has created you. I don't want to go so much into this so that we'll be able to touch the many parts that we need to touch today. Because there's no financial intelligence without spiritual intelligence. You must have a good spiritual intelligence for you to master the financial intelligence. So now, having understood that, I want to go into the aspect of what is the meaning of words. Remember, we have said the creation, what words are. But let's bring it down to a kind of certain level where let's look at what is the dictionary meaning of words. Words are powerful, as we have said. They say a word is the basic meaningful unit of a language. So according to the Oxford Dictionary, it said a word is defined as a single unit of language that means something that can be spoken or written. I want you to note that word down. That can be spoken or written. Let's hang that somewhere. Now, when you have the understanding that words can either be spoken or it can be written, that is the Oxford Dictionary meaning. Let's hang it somewhere and now look at something even a little bit deeper. Don't worry, I'm taking you on a cruise today. But if you understand this and you can meditate on it, it's going to form and help you a great deal in life. So now let's look at the creative power of these words that can be written or spoken. Now, when God said, let there be light, he said, let there be light, or light be, and then the word was formed. He said the word was without form and shape, and God said, and God said, and God said. Now, I want you to put it in the comment section. What is the work of God? What is the work that God do? Put it in the comment section. Please, let's engage. What is the work that God do? And God said. So what is the work that God do? All right. So that we can go on, I expect your comments. Please put it there. It says God creates. God creates. C-R-E-A-T. And if you spell the word create, C-R-E-A-T-E, now in the word create, you see E-A-T, eat. What you create is what you eat. So if God has created man in his image, he said, if you go into the holy books in the Bible, it tells us that you are gods. You are gods. In those days, we might look, oh, gods, we are talking of the God of iron, the God of thunder, God of this. But the real sense of it is that you are gods. You are small gods. He said, is the God of all gods. Since he created a God, created you in his own image. If you are created in his image, that means you yourself, you are God. But not the capital G, because some of us will start, you will not look at the context of what I'm saying now, you'll be thinking the religious part. You are God. That means you are a small God. The God of all gods. The God of all universe. That's what it's just trying to say. Now, if God creates, so the work that you do is to do what? To create. The power you have the creative power of God. And what did God use to create? He created with his words. So if God creates with his words, that means you can create your world, W-O-R-L-D, with your words. Pardon my phonetics or my diction or whatsoever they call it, but I hope I'm communicating. You create your world with your words. And that is why it is said, the words that you speak are spirit and they are life. The words that you speak, your words can kill somebody and your words can make alive. He said life and death are in the power of this tongue. You can kill your child with your tongue and you can make alive with your tongue. The power of the tongue is the power of the spoken words. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we go deeper into this, I want you to begin to see yourself as a God that creates, subject to the Almighty God. I have to put that so that you will not be arguing with yourself in your mind. All right. So now, if the words create, that means you have the creative power. You have the creative power in you. Now, what you do with your creative power is now solely dependent on you. How you see? He said, life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those that love it will eat the fruit thereof. Ladies and gentlemen, get this. Life and death, the ability to create or to destroy, is in your tongue, and you that know how to use it, you will eat the fruit. That is what that word is saying. I want you to get it very well. Life and death in this tongue. If you know how to use it, you will eat the fruit of it. So, how have you been using your words to create your world? How have you been using your words to create the future of your children? Now, talking about future, I want us to take a definition quickly to have a good picture of when we talk about the future and all those things. Let's look at something. I want us to look at the dictionary meaning of future. The dictionary meaning of future simply means a period of time following the moment of speaking or writing. Time regarded as still to come. Please, I want you to get, do you remember the definition of words that we gave? We said a word is defined as a single unit of language that means something that can be spoken or written. Now, we are talking of the definition of the future now. It says future is a period of time following the moment of speaking or writing. I am speaking now. The moment before I speak a word, that is in the future. When we started this program is in the past. What is the past? The past is a time before the moment of speaking or writing. The past is the time before the moment of speaking or writing. And then what is the present? The present is being, existing, occurring as the time or now, currently. What is happening now? That is what? The present. But what we are most concerned about now is what? The future. The period of time following the moment before the moment of what? Speaking or writing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at what is, and if you are gods, let's take it one by one. If you are gods, and the work of gods is to create, and when you create, you will see what you create. He said, when God created, he said, and he saw that it was good. So if you are gods, what you speak now, you will create the moment of speaking, your future. When you speak into the future, you are creating the future. So, having this understanding, I'm going to take us a little bit deeper more. Just hold on with me. Hang on with me. You see, following the holy books, following what the Bible said, it said in the book of Hebrews 11 verse 3, I want you to pay attention. It doesn't matter what your religion is. These are basic principles of life that we cannot argue with. They are principles. You know, principles are the same. Methodologies might be different, but the principles are the principles. If you decide to, no matter how spiritual you are, if you say you climb up a 10-story building and you say you're a person of faith, you want to walk and, walk across the edge, the law of gravity, the principle will do what? Will pull you down. It doesn't matter how spiritual, how God-loving you are. You do understand? It doesn't matter how the principle is the principle. The law of gravity will act upon you. All right? So now, this principle, let's look at this. And I want you to pay attention to these words carefully. Hebrews 11:3 says, through faith, we understand that the words were framed. I want you to have that word, mark that word. That the words were framed by the word of God, so that the things which are seen were not made of the things which appear. We understand through faith. You are sitting down by faith. You are listening to me by faith. Everything you do, because without faith, you can't even please God. It's faith that makes you to know that your future is going to be better. It's faith that makes you to know that your child will be alive to see you. You'll be alive to see your children and your children's children. It's faith. If you don't have faith, then I don't know what you are doing. So he said, through this faith, we understand. It's not that we know. Those of you that started with us, I explained something about knowing, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Knowing, that is knowledge. Knowledge is information. Knowledge is information. Then we go to the one we call understanding. Understanding means comprehension. And then we go to the one we call wisdom. Wisdom is what? Action. So you can be knowledgeable about a thing, you can know something about a thing, but you don't understand it. So when some of the things I'm saying now, you've heard them before, but you don't really understand them as much as you are getting it now. So you have the information that I have the information of, learn to save money. You have to use compound interest when you are doing investment. You must have had it, but you don't understand it. That's you have not comprehended it enough for you to be able to take action on it. Most of the time when we don't take action is because we don't have understanding of that thing. It's when you have the understanding, you say, I didn't understand it like that. If I understood it, you get what I'm saying. So in this one, in Hebrews 11:3, it said that through faith we understand. We don't just know. We understand that the words were framed. The words were framed. You know when they say you frame something, you put structure to a thing. I hope you are getting me. If you are getting me, I want you to go to the comment section now. Just put, I am getting it. Just put it there. I am getting you. I'm getting you. I am understanding you. I'm getting you. I want you to just do a post now. Go write that. This is a live. It's supposed to be a live event. Go there. Put it there. I am getting it. All right. Okay. Great. Let's make it engaging. All right. Okay, let's go. And if you have not shared, click on the share button now. Share it to somebody. Somebody needs to hear this, guy. Somebody needs to hear. Someone of your friend, your family, your church member, I don't know, they just get to hear this. All right. The words were framed. So that means a structure was put to the word through the words. He said that the words were framed by the word of God. So if the word was framed by the words of God, that means Junior's life, Junior, your child life can be framed by the words of that God that you are. Your child's life can be framed by the words. That is why we tell people, never say negative things concerning your children. Oh, he's just a fool. He doesn't know anything. He's just negative. And you are speaking negative. Remember, life and death are in the power of this tongue. I want you to go and look. I'm going to recommend a book to you. No, an audio. You can get in a book, you can get your audio. The title is Hung by the Tongue. Hung. You know, hung is it the past participle? I don't know what they call it. The hung, to hang something. Hung, H-U-N-G. Hung by the tongue. So, I'm just trying to use diction that you will easily understand whichever language you're speaking, all right? So, hung by the tongue. You go online, you can Google it. Go on YouTube, you will see a video, an audio. Please, can you do yourself a favor? Listen to that audio. Let's do ourselves this goal. Can you listen to it within the next 24 hours and then come back to this comment section, please? I beg you, please. I want you to go listen to that audio, hung by the tongue. Listen to it within the next 24 hours. Then come back to this video and make a comment. Let's get practical on everything we're doing, all right? Okay, so when you understand that you can create what you see, he said, what God said is so. He said concerning Adam, when Adam was created, he said, and everything that Adam called that animal, that was the name it bare. Whatsoever you call your child is what that child will bear, is what that child will become. Some will say, no, it's destiny, He said life. If it's not so, life and death are here. And that is why it is important, you as a parent, to have good hearts for yourself. I hear some people, they are very easily, they can abuse anybody. You are stupid. Saying these vulgar words. He said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. So if you carry life in your heart, when you speak, you will speak life. There are some people, you want to do a business, you get to them, they talk to you, the only thing they will do is just to dampen your morals. They never say anything good. Anything they say is just discouraging. And there are some people, when you meet them, when you talk, their words are encouraging. Oh, I was feeling down, but when I heard you speak. Why? That person carries life in his heart. Life and death in your tongue. But it is out of the abundance of what is in your heart. That is why you need to feed your heart. He said, out of your heart shall flow the issues, out of your bellies shall flow the issue of life. Ladies and gentlemen, for you to help yourself, to help your children, feed yourself with life. Part of this is what you are hearing now. What you are listening to is life. It's life-giving. And you begin to study, read things, read books that will give you life. Financially, spiritually, maritally, and in every sphere. Don't joke with it. What are you feeding yourself? The creative power of your words is dependent on what you carry in your heart. Everything is about the mind. That's why when we started our training, by the way, if you are yet to subscribe, click on subscribe so that you can watch the very first videos when we talked about the mindset of a financially intelligent parent. All right. So now, going further, the world was framed by the word. So I have to understand that my own world, by the words that I speak, And that is where you hear people talk about the affirmation. I'm sure you must have heard of affirmation. I can do all things. I am able to do it. I am prosperous. I am great. Can you just put it in the comment section, whatever? Do you know what? Let me give you this. Do you know that whatsoever follows I am will follow you? Whatsoever follows I am. I am is a powerful word. I am. And you should teach your children from now to understand the power of I am. Don't say things that are negative. Whatsoever follows I am. You know why I am is very powerful? You know, we said it from the beginning. I'm building it on themselves. We said from the beginning that you are a product of what? Words. So, and because you are created in the image of God, you are God. Now, when you talk of I am, remember when God told Moses, when Moses was saying, who should I say sent me? He said, tell Pharaoh, I am that I am. Oh my God, you know, when we are growing up, I always say that word did not make any sense to me. I am that I am. It doesn't, what is the meaning of that? I don't know about you, but for me, that was the truth. Now, but when I began to have understanding, I am that I am. I am that I am. What I say I am, that is who I am. So, if I am that I am, and God is so generous to share this word with you as a human, that is why if I ask you, who are you? You are going to say, I am sharing the word with God, sharing the name with God. I am so and so. I am this and that. Now, let's look at this. When you are talking about yourself or you are teaching your children affirmation, I am a success. Oh, your child can say, oh, my teacher said, my friend said I can never know it. Say no. Tell yourself, I am a success. I am a smart child. I am a wealthy person. I am. Whatsoever follows I am will follow you. So teach them early to use the affirmative words of I am. You know, at times when people say, you know, when we are growing up, we read the Bible, they say, do not take the name of God in vain. Don't put the name of God in vain. And you know, that time we always say, when you don't abuse God, you don't say, I swear, you know, swearing and all these things are different things. But when you say, do not take the name of God in vain, do not use I am in vain. That is what it's telling you. And a lot of time you do it. How? I am broke. If I am is the name of God, I want you to fill the line. I want you to fill the gap. I am is the name of God, right? I am. So when I say I am broke, God is broke. I am sick. God is sick. Are you getting me? And that is why it made it, in the scriptures, it made it expressly clear to you and I that there are some ways, there are some things that you should say, and there are some things you should not say. He said, let the sick say, I am healed. Why? Because I am cannot be sick. I am cannot be broke. I am cannot, negative words. So when you use a negative phrase after I am, you are taking the name of God in vain. Type it in the comment section. I get you. I get you. I get you. Put it there. I am cannot be sick. So that's why, and I am cannot be broke. That's why I said, let the poor should not say I am poor, because God cannot be poor. Let the poor say I am rich, because I am is rich. I am is wealthy. I am is successful. So that is what you are. So that's why I started with understanding who you are. So once you understand who you are, that you have the creative power of God, and whatsoever you create, whatsoever Adam said it was, that is what it is. You should understand that you must be careful what you speak into the life of your children. Don't be quiet about it. Speak into their destiny. Speak to them. The words that you speak to them, they are alive. Be conscious of it. Make it a daily routine to speak to them. Whether you call them on phone, whether you tell them physically, make sure you are speaking. The future is what? The moment before speaking or writing of what? Words. And words do what? Create. God creates with words. So you create your future with your words. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just hope you are able to get something here. Because it's not enough for us just to talk, oh, do this, invest. A lot of people will do a lot of those things, but because they don't understand the spiritual aspect of themselves, everything yet still go wrong. So understand the power of your words. Speak positivity to yourself, speak positivity to your children, and what you speak, what you create. When you speak, you are creating. What you create, create, inside, just look at that word, create. You will see it there. You will eat the fruit. That's why I say, part of the life and death are in the power of the tongue. To create is in the power of the tongue. And those that love it will eat. The create, eat is there. You will eat out of it. Guys, what are you going to eat? Life or death? Riches or poverty? I trust you are going to be getting the right one. So, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time, if you get something here, what hits you more, can you just type it in the comment section? Let me see your comment. Let me see what's your thoughts about this. Or do you even agree at all with what we've said? Or maybe you have a slight different opinion or a totally different opinion. Let's engage ourselves in the comment section. All right. Thank you for being part of it. If you are just coming, click on the subscribe button. If this is your first time, you get value. Click on the like button. Click on the share button. Everyone now, kindly do me that favor. Click on the share button now. Click on the share. Click share and share it in your WhatsApp group. Share it everywhere. And I tell you, we are all going to be blessed. More to come on these episodes that are on the way. Your friend and partner, Olushola Popola. Have a wonderful, beautiful, creative day. Bye-bye.
Waking up at dawn, light breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm